Welcome to Power and Power. Today I'm going to be walking you through a very difficult and one of the most painful things I've ever experienced in my life. At the core of what got me through it is and was a no matter what attitude. I'm going to get through this no matter what. And I was drawn to that goal, that objective, and it brought me through it. And I was ultimately able to get through it. And it's my sincere wish and hope that this can potentially help or inspire somebody else out there that's going through their own challenging times, whether it be health and fitness, physical injury, struggling in business, that you know that no matter how dark it might feel, no matter how rough it might feel, that you're able to work through things and eventually things do come to pass. They do actually work out for you. And it was 2011. It was spring of 2011. I was in an extremely bad car accident that I had no business surviving in. At the time, I remember everybody said you must have survived for a reason because if you saw the pictures and the photos, you'd be shocked that I'm still standing here. As a result, though, I had a lot of physical health problems. My knees were blown. I got benign proximal positional vertigo, which sidelined me. I couldn't really move. If I moved on the couch, I was done. I was done for the day. This led again to depression, lost everything, lost my business, lost my income, could barely move for a period of time. But I didn't want to let that stop me. My kids were not even 10 years old at the time. I wanted to show them that if they just plugged away, they push through, they can get through anything, and that hopefully that they'll be able to look back at what I was able to get through and see what I was able to accomplish just from we're just talking moving, living life, that sort of thing. I was very active before this. I was coaching a couple of hockey teams. I was playing hockey as much as I possibly could. I'd go to the gym, all that sort of stuff. And once the accident happened, all that stopped. And the psychology or the psychological issues, I'm a whiz at this, aren't I? Was devastating to me, and got to the point where I had to force myself to do things because I was told by the medical professionals that it's going to take time. There's nothing really we can do to get through this unless you wanted to go down some surgery roads that had a higher cost risk reward that I was willing to go for. So I'd have to force myself to go to the gym, and it was a very common occurrence for people to come to me in the gym and asked me if I was okay because the vertigo would kick in, and it was maybe somewhat dangerous, and perhaps I shouldn't have done some of the things that I was doing, but I didn't want to let it stop me. I wanted to get back out there. I wanted to improve my body, improve the physical health. I wanted to get back to playing hockey. I remember going back to the guys that I played hockey with, my friends, and I tried to lace them up and I tried to get out there for a game. I love hockey, and there was a few times where I didn't even make it through warm up. I had to get escorted off the ice because I just couldn't skate. My knee was so bad or my head was so bad. I kept going, and I finally got through it, and I finally able to get back into playing hockey. And it was because I had a no matter what attitude. I'm going to get through this no matter what. And during all that time, whether through hockey or going to the gym and having people notice that I'm not doing overly well, there were some dark moments where I was trying to decide, can I get through this? I'm contemplating, can I live life like this? How long can this go on for? Is it easier to go play in traffic, that kind of thing? And I don't say that lightly. I mean, I'm dancing around that, but it was real. But I was drawn to the goal. I've recently come to goals are like magnets. You're drawn to them, but they'll also pull you through the challenging times. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. To this day now, this is 8.5 years later, playing hockey full time, working out as much as I possibly can. I bike 8 miles to work. 8 miles back home. I got no showers at work, so I gotta bring a towel with me to clean up before the shift, and I do a good job of it. I don't stink, but I share that because again, it's a no matter what. I want to incorporate health, fitness. I want to be a good role model for my kids. My son just works a mile down the road, and for him to bike to work initially was that's too far, and then after he saw me in the summer months here, biking on a regular basis far further than he is, he's like, well, if you can do it, then I can do it. So again, I believe in trying to help and share these examples and these stories with people to hopefully inspire you or someone else to get through this. And a little funny story on the no matter what attitude or the no matter what aspect of this. Even shooting this video, I'm doing it early on. Everybody in the house is sleeping. I figured, screw it, I'm going to try to get this done. I wanted to get this out. It was in my head. It was in the back of my head. So I've clearly done myself up. I threw the shirt on inside out so that I'm not supporting any logos or companies. I didn't want it to come across that way. Didn't have to want to worry about looking perfect or looking good. I don't believe that there is such a thing. Even further to that, my tripod broke. The battery on the remote didn't work. So I've had a lot of fun trying to put this one out there. So I figured, you know what, it's a sign, it's a challenge. The whole point of this particular video is to say that no matter what, you can achieve anything, and that's from health, fitness, recovery, getting through difficult times, challenging relationships, a business. Maybe you're trying to build something and you're struggling. You can get through it. No matter what, make a decision, write it down on paper, create it as a goal, and work towards it. Thanks again, I appreciate it. Please like, share if you think it's worthy. And again, as always, I'd also like some feedback as I'm always looking to improve. Thanks all.